All right, guys, welcome to day 50 of training to qualify for Tokyo 2025. On deck today, we have 6 times 400 meters, times 2, 60-second rest, and 8-minute set break. Overall, guys, I'm feeling pretty good today. My foot is a little bit sore, I'm not going to lie, but besides that, I'm feeling good. I definitely haven't said this yet here on my YouTube channel, but I've said it on my Instagram. I've had a male chickens or a rooster coming and crowing in my backyard every morning between the hours of 6:30 to 9 a.m. He'll show up anytime between those that time and just crow for 90 minutes, 2 hours straight. It's getting really annoying, but that's okay, guys. We'll deal with that somehow. But besides that, we're feeling pretty good. Still very happy about the 8 times 300 meters we did the other day. Today we are going to be wearing our flats, not our spikes, because this isn't supposed to be a hard workout day. Coach's orders that we should be feeling around 66-second effort. If we go a little bit slower or a bit faster, that's okay. But overall, we're not killing it. We're not going to hit those 60, 62-second paces like we usually do at this workout. All right, guys, a little bit of a pre-workout review here. I'm feeling pretty good today so far doing my strides. We're gonna get started in a second. My weight loss is actually going really well right now too, or my fat loss. During the first, I would say 14 days of doing this kind of weight cutting thing is you'll get one of two things happen. One, that you're gonna stagnate at first because you're just doing such a change of diet that you are either going to stay the same for the first week or two, or a very similar weight, even though you're in a deficit, or you're gonna drop a bunch and then you're gonna stay the same for a while after that. And that's just because of food volume. So I was the latter. I've lost quite a bit of weight already. But that's mostly just food volume and just pretty much just food volume and probably just water retention too. But overall, I think I'm in the low 182s right now. We had one day where I usually have a cheat meal once per week, and I definitely ate way over that day. But like I said before, if you see the, if you're seeing the spreadsheet right now, is that the Garmin does underestimate the amount of calories that I burn specifically on workout days between 250 and 400. And as I get lighter, that error will get less and less just because I'll be burning less and less calories. But overall, so far things are going very well. I think we're a week and a little bit on this cut. I actually started a few days before the 600 meter race and then carb loaded the 2 days before. But we've brought our 7-day average down from 190 pounds in January to around 182 pounds today. With that said, I had a weight cutting phase in January, February, and then I kind of stabilized on purpose. And then I maintained between 184 and 185.5. And now we're down to 182 low. So we're gonna see if we can just keep cutting that healthily from here. Okay guys, mid-workout review. Overall, feeling pretty good. I got too carried away the second last one. Caught up to the boys, the high school boys. And I was just swinging wide a little bit, so you kind of convince yourself, oh, if I'm swinging wide and running extra distance, I gotta push just a tiny bit to hit that 65. And no, I just ran too fast. These high school guys are fit too, so it was good just to run with some people for a rep, you know. All right, guys, we don't want this workout to be very difficult, so we're gonna really hold back the next 2 or 3, and we aren't going to push the last little bit if we're feeling good. We're just gonna try to stay in that area where it's smooth but uncomfortable. All right, guys, post-workout review. Overall, I was actually very happy with that workout. A solid B workout. Our goal was to go in there, be uncomfortable, but not push it super hard. And I think we did just that. It was pretty hot and slightly windy, but it was still such nice conditions to run a good workout. And I did just that. Like I said, I got too carried away for at least one of those reps, but we finished strong. We finished I think our average pace was probably between 64 to 60, 64.5 to 65.5-ish, which is exactly where I want to be. This was 2 days after our 300-meter workout. And yeah, overall, I'm very happy with what's happening. My foot's still a little bit sore, but we're doing everything we can to address that too. But guys, I know we said we wouldn't talk about the orange fence anymore, but I need to document this at least a little bit because it's actually getting out of hand. I was approached by by a couple people unprovoked, and they were high school students, and they've been running on the track, and they showed me two gnarly, very gnarly scars on them. And these scars were like, both of them were like right around here, like right at the level where the fence swings out. And this is just extremely frustrating because when talking to the people, like I said in a previous video, the excuses they make are different every time, and they are all equally as wild. They're all such wild excuses. Anything from, well, you shouldn't be running in lane 1. I don't get the logic behind it. I do get it. They don't want you to be near the fence. But like, did you make the fence knowing it was going to be all messed up and swinging out, and that's why we shouldn't be in lane 1? Is there any rule for not being in a 5-meter proximity to any of the other fences around the area? Or are you just making this up because the fence was really crappily made, and now you have to tell people like, oh, it's a rule. You can't run near fences. I've also heard, obviously, like just the kind of brushing it off of like multiple times of like, you don't compete in a combat sport as like it's a joke. Well, here's the joke's on you. This is hurting people at this point. And the other one, my personal favorite was, they didn't say it outright, but they're highly suggesting the liability of people going on the grass is greater than the liability of people potentially getting hurt. Because anytime I mention like this hit me and it's going to hit other people, they go, well, no, we'll deal with those complaints as they come in. Oh, okay. Like, it just bugs me, guys. It really bugs me. Like, it would take two guys and one truck. It will take them 1 hour, 2 hours max, just to pick up those wooden spokes, throw it in the back of the truck, and then go away. But instead, it's a whole fiasco. I've talked to many different people. They've had many different people out there trying to hammer it back in, only for it to fall over again. Like these people will make up reasons not to do something until, like I've said before, their feet is held to the fire enough. I'm going to send the city of Gainesville and the Parks Department and everyone, just the pictures and the stories of these two people. I would show you guys these two individuals, but they go to high school, so they're under the age of 18, and I don't know liability rules or the etiquette rules of that kind of stuff, so I'm going to leave them and their names out of it. But like, they're hardworking dudes. Like, today they're doing repeat 800s, and it was a windy day, and the wooden spokes are going like this. They have to dodge it. Excuse me, they weren't doing repeat 800s. They were doing, I think, 800, 700, 600, 500, 400, yada, yada, yada. And it would be much easier to run in other lanes if any of the other lanes were marked. But they're not. So it's just really frustrating. And I'm just kind of putting this here too as like, just video proof, and if so people can like go back on this and they can't deny that this happened and that kind of thing. But I'm gonna put this all in writing, guys, and then submit it in. But I mean, if this is the biggest of my issues, like I'm in a good place. I just feel like that because I'm in a good place and I know better and I'm a little bit older, I kind of have to like stick up for the guys who, high school students or people younger than me, and try to make track and field better for them as well too. Because I had a bunch of people throughout my career making my life training better through small actions, whether it's like letting me on the track or coaching me or doing all of these things like coaching and doing things that benefit amateur sports is such a thankless job. And a lot of the time you don't even know that anything was done for you. Like imagine if this fence gets taken down and people are going to be like, oh, okay, cool, the fence is taken down. They're not going to know that I complained or anyone else complained, and they're not going to thank them. And I wouldn't want to be thanked anyways. I'm just saying how much of a thankless job that helping amateur sports is, especially for the coaches and especially for the older kind of veterans of the sport. Anyways, guys, on that note, I'll see you next time.